Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about Lily May in the Dream ROM, because Lily May is now a part of some of the top performing teams, definitely in the SKYCLOPS Dream ROM boss, and even in the Alpha Bear boss yesterday she was a part of some of the top performing teams in my district. And so this is really important because this means that even as an early game player, trying to invest into Lily May, it will help your Dream ROM performance, definitely in the early game, and then also even in the end game when you're building your dream team, you may also be using her in certain Dream ROM bosses. So if we take a look at today's ranking leaderboard, the top ranking teams are all using Lily May. However, there are people in my district who have scored even higher than this, who are probably using Tailene type teams. With multiple Celestial Hypogeans who have scored almost 49 billion damage even. And they didn't share their formation, so I don't know exactly what they're running. But definitely Lily May is very competitive here, because if you take a look at, for example, my best score, which was a Scarlita OD team, was 40.7 billion damage, I think a week ago, or like the previous time it was out. And Wooster, for example, is getting 4 billion extra damage by having Lily May in here. Now, one thing to keep in mind and what people have been sharing is that if you upgrade her to plus 10 exclusive equipment Lily May, she becomes less effective as a damage dealer in the Dream ROM bosses. It might be due to the fact that she gets more Rainstorm Ballet hits each time she casts it, and maybe that reduces her overall damage output. But you can see that here, and I'm going to test with my Lily May, because my Lily May is plus 10 exclusive equipment, but both Wooster and Lazarius have a pre-plus 10 exclusive equipment Lily May, and True Fighter has a plus 10, but he also has Freester, so it's kind of a different team lineup, but he got a lot of damage with that team. In the Alpha Bear, it didn't seem like she was like really a game-changing hero, because Wooster did get 41.5 billion. However, I managed to get like almost 40.9 billion without having Lily May in the team, having basically Corrin and Merrily, and he went for Coco and Lily May. So we don't know whether Lily May actually is going to be the best option for Alpha Bear, but definitely SKYCLOPS seems like a best option, and we'll have to wait and see for the other Dream ROM bosses, which I do think she'll do pretty well in. Even Necro Drake, and potentially she could be a good option. So we're going to do my testing with my team here. I'm going to copy the same formation and see whether plus 10 exclusive Lily May can compete with a pre-plus 10. We're going to have to do quite a few runs, so I might have to cut here and there to try and get our maximum damage score. But yeah, definitely Lily May, and I think also the advantage of Lily May for especially earlier game players, even before getting her to her Mythic Plus, she might be able to outdamage Cecia, for example. And for early game players, Cecia is usually a damage dealer you bring to the Dream ROM. And if you can use or get enough copies to get her to Mythic Plus, she's basically all you need then for maximizing her damage in the Dream ROM. It might even be the case that just leveling her up to plus 8 exclusive equipment for the stats might be better for her damage output than getting her to plus 10. So you don't need to invest really heavily into her, and her Supreme Plus is only really for PvP, having the 100 energy reduction, which doesn't apply to bosses anyway. It's just the damage from the ultimate, which is going to apply to bosses. You're not actually reducing their energy. So we do get a new high score here, already 42.3 billion, and on our first attempt. Now this is not competing with Wooster's score of 44.5 billion, so far it looks like maybe his Lily May is just out damaging mine. We got 22.85 billion damage with Lily May. I'm going to take a look at Wooster's damage contribution, 22.85. Okay, let's take a look at Wooster. He got 26.75. Yeah, so that's another 4 billion damage, right, from the Lily May. I think there is something to be said about her plus 10 exclusive equipment weakening her damage output for the bosses. They did confirm, like, someone contacted support, and they mentioned that, we'll keep testing with this team. They mentioned that Lily May is working how she's intended to work, but they'll look into it. So I don't know exactly what is planning to happen, but for right now, maybe just keeping your Lily May at plus 8 exclusive equipment, or at plus 5, not upgrading to plus 10, may be better, because if it is going to contribute to higher scores in Dream ROM, that is pretty important. And she has her PvP uses, like for interruption, even without getting her to plus 10, but plus 10 for the additional hits on Rainstorm Ballet. It just seems like it should lead to more damage output. But in the Dream ROM bosses, for whatever reason, it just seems not to be working very well. The other advantage of Lily May for SKYCLOPS especially is because there are multiple minions, and her range from ballet can try to clear them quicker for your team. That might be one reason she's doing really well here. But I do think out of the other main bosses we're going to see, like King Croaker, even Necro Drake, and I don't know about Snow Stomper, because their very specific heroes work well because you can hardly cast your ultimate. But maybe even there she could be pretty good. So overall, the team is looking pretty good. I think though I'm not going to be able to compete with these top ranking scores. Like I'm 2 billion off, and I think I must have gotten a pretty good run on my first attempt getting 22.4 billion. Because everyone survived the entire fight. I mean, there can be some RNG around if you kill the minions quicker or not, but I do not think maybe I'll be able to compete with the +8 exclusive equipment Lily May. So that's just something to keep in mind. Maybe just wait on upgrading her to +10. But if you have upgraded to +10, I think it's better for her PvP performance. Like, it seems like she's getting more hits on Rainstorm Ballet, which means that she's in invincibility state for longer, and she can even nuke down enemies towards the end of the fight more easily and with more damage. But anyway. Okay, this seems like a pretty good run. Almost 40 billion damage, 20 seconds left on the clock. If we clear the minions quickly, oh no, that last minion's taking a long time to clear. Either way, Dream Realm takes a lot of RNG. You need to do multiple attempts to get your maximum score. Yeah, I'm almost 43 billion. So I think with enough attempts and enough RNG, maybe I could get to 43.5 billion, which is pretty competitive. But definitely she is outshining any other hero option here. Previously it was Odie in this team rather than Lily May, who was the best option. But now this is just going to be better. Now, for an example, let's say you don't have Scarlita. What should you be running? I want to do a test of that. Let's use a recommended formation and just modify it. I'm thinking you replace Scarlita for... Oh, Scarlita helps clear the minions pretty well. Probably you would replace it for Corrin, because he can help clear the minions a little bit. Odie doesn't clear the minions that effectively, so Odie sometimes isn't the best option in SKYCLOPS. Probably would have to be Corrin. Yeah, I'm not sure. But you could try a team like this. And again, if your Dream Realm damages are built up, Corrin, Merrily, Odie, you can experiment with them. And if you're in the early game, just run like Odie and Lily May, and those will be your two damage dealers, and then just run Smokey, Coco, and maybe Thorn for protection or something like that. Or even a third damage dealer in the back if you're not having trouble surviving, like CC in the back too. But Lily May, I think, is changing the optimal progression for early game, because even for AFK stages, people have said that she's pretty effective at pushing AFK stages. So really, if you just invest into Lily May, she can help you all over the game. PvP, AFK stages, and most importantly, Dream Realm. But it is weird, because like normally whenever you upgrade a hero in exclusive equipment, maybe they won't improve their damage by that much for Dream Realm, but they're definitely going to be better than before. But Lily May, for right now, based on how her skills work, it seems like it is reducing her damage. This was a really good damage score. Over 40 billion, just over 40 billion damage without running Scarlita in the team. That is a really solid score, because previously, even with Scarlita and Odie, my best score, you guys saw that, 40.8 billion damage. And like, you can compete with that without even having Scarlita with a team like this, Corrin, Merrily, and Lily May. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about Lily May overall. And for the Dream Realm, I think she is really good for SKYCLOPS, definitely a best option. And let me know about your opinions on getting her to +10 exclusive equipment or +8. Or yeah, but thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.